Kilted balls.
Oh, you did the low point. I missed it.
Well, I did it, and the funny part is, and I realized this too late, is I was dancing. So I was like, yeah, and then I was like,
Oh.
oh no, he's gonna think I'm pointing, so I'm gonna have to end it. Oh, totally screwed that
Yeah,
up.
you did a low point. I forgot you dance with your fingers out like that.
Yeah, darn it. I am so sorry, people. Well, hey, anyway, welcome back to another episode of the Kilted Balls podcast. Glad to see you all here.
Yes, yes.
And we haven't talked much, so let's start with the weekend. What did you do? You must have been busy because we didn't talk.
Yeah, I had a great weekend. It was game night, my once a month. So actually I snuck down to Carowinds for a little bit with Gina met a friend down there, and then Tristan and Michael were down there as well. This is our first time this year. So yeah, I was able to spend a little bit of time there, then 5 hours playing Nemesis Resurrection. So pretty awesome.
And Nemesis Resurrection is pretty cool.
It's pretty amazing. I've talked about it on here before, but yeah, this I think is our third time. Nemesis is really good. Resurrection is kind of like the next one, like version 2. So some of the rules a little bit better, more people. Yeah. But the cool part is we started talking about what we're going to do for 26. And Corey is a teacher, so he has some Thanksgiving extra time and some Christmas extra time. So we talked about starting Dante's Inferno, which is a role-playing game. He pulled out the box. He kickstarted it. It's like a 4-foot box by like a foot and a half by like a foot and a half. He like opened it up. There's like all these rule books and minis, and so yeah, we're talking about doing that for 26 and playing through one of the scenarios. So I guess you could replay, and just depending on what you do, who you meet, and the 7th ring of hell, and this and that. So
I'm a little jealous.
It looks amazing. So. And we might bump up to like every other week or every 3 weeks.
One of our buddies reached out from D&D today. That was nice.
Yes, that was awesome to hear from
I keep thinking
him.
It's Wednesday all week. So I was like, oh, he's reaching out because it's Wednesday. But it's not Wednesday. Mm-hmm. It was more organic than that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was getting the itch. I forget. I saw some stuff on D&D and I was like, ooh, I was getting the itch. I'm like, I kind of want to roll up a character and get playing. Speaking of that, one of the things we talked about weeks ago, and you just made me think about it again because you said Carowinds, and these fall in the same box in my brain. But I said I wanted to go to the Renaissance Festival, and I never went.
Is it over now?
I think it's over. I think Michigan's ends before October. So
okay.
I think it's over. But I have like 2-ish questions.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we have one of our listeners goes to the Renaissance Festival at least once or twice, during the year. And so do her daughters and stuff. And whenever they go, it looks like they're in some kind of like a Renaissance dress or one of those, corsets or a corset. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So first question. Because you've been to Renaissance festivals, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you or Gina have a corset?
I do not. Gina has a dress that kind of looks like it, but it doesn't push in as much as a corset does. But a lot of people wear them there.
Yeah, they seem to wear them a lot. And then it brings the next question, 2 questions that go along with this, which are totally inappropriate, listeners, so I apologize if you're like, oh my gosh. But the first one is, do those corsets basically just act like a shelf? I think so. Like you're just setting the puppies.
It doesn't matter. It just pushes them straight up and out.
Yeah.
So
it's like a shelf.
It'll be like. Mm-hmm.
And then comes the next question: do you think it is more appropriate that you are well endowed if you're wearing a corset, or is it okay if you are not?
I try not to judge.
Yeah, we're not judging here. We don't judge very much.
Is it inappropriate to wear I mean, they would just be like way. They'd be even more out there, because you can wearing different dresses can do different things. But if you wear something like that,
you would expect them to be large, right? If they're wearing something like that.
Yeah.
So then is it weird to wear one if you are not?
No, not necessarily, because I think it goes along with the theme. Like, I guess then that was the era that they wore stuff like that. So whether you were
Can
or
you
you
stuff
weren't.
one? Can you stuff a corset?
Oh, I don't know. I think it kind of stuffs it because it's like pushes everything
No,
up
no, no. I'm
anyways.
like, you know how like people like stuff their bras or their pants or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Could you do that with a corset?
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure you could.
I've got
Sure you
lots of
could.
corset questions, and nobody at my house has one, so I can't really ask these questions yet. So.
Oh man.
And
So you'd have to get like
I
a.
was hoping your family, one of you wore it. I really was 50-50 on whether you had one. So.
Now I can reach out to my friend. I think that Megan might have one. I can have her call you.
No, that would
I
be
don't know if
totally
she's
okay
still,
to
I don't know
not.
if she still listens to the show,
If
but I'll have her call you. She can explain everything to you.
she's on my list of people not to call me. Actually, she's on my do not call list.
That's the only person I could think of that would maybe even have maybe worn one. So
And you haven't. You haven't worn one.
I've never worn a corset. Nope.
I feel like
Not
you
that I
need
can.
to.
Not that I can remember.
If I got you
Yeah.
one, if I made you one, would you wear it? I don't know if I would drop however much they cost on you, but I would
Yeah.
I'd make one out of paper mache for you.
Speaking of wearing something fancy,
Yeah.
I can't remember if I said it, but my friend Matt, his birthday is the beginning of November, and he's having a Great Gatsby party
Aw.
on the 1st of November, and the invitation is wear your best. So I kind of poked and prodded like how he felt about my kilt, like if I wore my kilt nicely, and he like reluctantly agreed. But this weekend I went and bought a tux, and it is awesome. I'm
The
so
kilt
excited.
with the tux.
I'm not gonna wear the kilt with the tux. I just
Oh.
bought some pants. They were on clearance. So I went
Nice.
up to Joseph A. Bank and actually when I walked in I saw one that I loved. It was like a dark green and then like all the accents were black and of course
Yeah.
it had green pants too, like a dark green pants.
So you went to Joseph
And I
A.
was like,
Banks. So you got like a real one.
Yeah.
Like if you're going suit shopping, like I always feel like that's where you go is Joseph A. Banks if you're going.
Actually, I thought it was a Men's Warehouse, and I got there, and I was like, "Oh, it's Joseph A. Bank," but I didn't realize they're basically the same company because on their ad it has both of them, and I was like, "Okay." But I went in there, and I was like, "I need a tux," and they sent me in the back. But then, like, I was looking, and I was like, "Well, are these more suits and these more tuxes?" And they're like, "No, these are just the clearance tuxes." And so both Gina and I saw one that we really liked. It was a tad too big.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even try it on. And we found another one that was cool, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this one on. It's just a little bit big, but it fit well. So, of course, I got it. I don't know if I'll show it on here before. I have to wait till after, but it's amazing. I'm so excited. Because, like, with the guy showing me, I'm like, I want something more. Like, I'm like, the green one is fun. The green one is different. It's not something that you would see. Like, I want something more fun. Like, yes, this blue one or the black one, it looks great. It would be amazing. But I'm not going to wear it very much anyways. But if I can have something that would fit, like, more my personality, then maybe I take it on a cruise and we go to dinner on the dress-up night and I wear it.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
When I got a kilt for my 50th, and I wore it for St. Patty's Day, but I looked dressed up. Like, I think when people saw me, they were like, wow, you're really dressed up, even though I was in a kilt. So you definitely can pull it off.
Yeah, I think I could wear my gray one with it, my gray kilt.
Yeah.
Maybe even my khaki with that jacket, but yeah. You'll wait till you see it.
I got distracted while you were telling your story because I was thinking about corsets.
Yeah?
And
Did you start Googling them?
No. I'm sitting here, hands away from the keyboard. But I was thinking about Will Smith in Wild Wild West. Do you remember that movie?
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I know the song from it.
Yes.
Did he wear one?
No, but there was a Southern lady wearing one in it, and he thought it was like his partner dressed up, and so he like played the bongos. And then they were hanging him because it was a Southern lady, and he was Will
Mm-hmm.
Smith. And so they were hanging him, and he's like, "Hey, that's a sign of respect from where I come from, is to play the bongos on the boobies."
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
That
that's
we found the name of the episode already, Booby Bongos. So
Booby Bongos is going to be the name of our episode. So apparently that could be a thing. Could be a thing. Speaking
that's
of Booby
awesome.
Bongos, Amy turned 50. So we
I
interviewed
know
her a
that's
long
super
time
awesome.
ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Half century. So she's finally in the club with us, right?
Yep.
Getting
I would have
old.
loved to have come up just to say hi, but
Oh my
it's all
gosh.
right.
That'd have been hilarious if you had.
Mm-hmm.
I would have laughed. So it would have been fun.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was pretty busy Saturday, and to make the 11-hour trip for a 1 day quick high is tough. It's tough.
It's kind of a hard thing to do.
Not that I wouldn't, but yeah.
We're not
For
in
someone who
college
doesn't
anymore.
celebrate birthdays this late, I figured it was fine for me to miss it.
I mean, if you say so, I think she cried a lot because you weren't here. So
I'm sure.
she's
I'm
probably
sure.
still crying in the other room, I guess. And so
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Can't
but it
blame
was
her.
good. We got to see a lot of people. It was nice, and
That's
like
awesome.
I turned on like the robot vacuum cleaner Sunday morning. She's like, "How many people are coming over?" I'm like, "What are you?" Oh, actually, I put covers on the couch. The covers for our couch were on the floor, like they're laying on the floor. Everybody's stepping
Uh
over them
huh.
for like 3 days, and so I pick up the covers and I put them back on the couch. And she's like, "How many people are coming over?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Well, you're putting the covers on the couch." I'm like, "Cause they're in the middle of the floor, and that's not where they go." And she's like, "Yeah, I think it means you invited people over without telling me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then like I turned like the floor was a mess, and so I clicked on the robot vacuum. She goes, "See?" I'm like, "It's literally the." We've been talking for the last week that we should probably vacuum more than twice a week. So I'm like, that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have anything to do. Literally, it doesn't have anything to do with people coming over or not coming over. And then she's like, "See, I knew
And it didn't
it."
work.
She's like, "I knew it." And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I was doing that stuff because they were just in the way. It had nothing to do with people coming over. So
That's hilarious. You got caught.
yeah, but I wasn't like that's not what I was doing for people coming
Mm-hmm.
over. Is I spent
Yeah.
Saturday telling her, "Don't you think it's time to decorate for fall? Like it seems like
Yeah.
now's the weekend." And she's like, "Yeah, I should." And so her and Cal were decorating for fall. So that was how I was preparing.
Good thinking. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
sometimes you're good. Oh, speaking of Saturday, listen to this crap. So
Uh-oh.
yeah, I
This
don't
will be
know
a
how
good
much
one.
of this is me or not me. So you'll have to decide. Um, so I get done with practice on Friday, and I
Mm-hmm.
get in my truck, and I start to pull out, and all of a sudden my gas pedal, like, it's going to the floor. It's like it's disconnected. And I'm like,
Okay.
what is going on? And I realize my truck had stalled.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I can't get it to start back up. So I get out and I push my truck into a parking spot, which, listeners, it's not a little truck. So
Yeah.
it's a full size
It's
truck.
been a while since you pushed a car, I
It
imagine.
was. It was kind of tiring. So I pushed it back into a parking spot. Luckily, I had my bike with me. So I just got my bike out and you're all smoky in there.
Started my little guy. There
I
we go.
guess. So anyway, I ride the bike home, and my daughter's car stopped working like 3 days before or a week before. So they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, is somebody messing with the car?" I'm like, "Listen, I drove it all the way there. It worked fine. It was just like at the end." And so I'm like, I'm sure it's like a few different things that are like maybe messed up. And so I'm trying to find like parts for it and stuff. And actually, the guy who I bought it from, who's our buddy Rick's dad,
Mm-hmm.
he had a book and it had like all these notations and specifically the part numbers for the thing that I was doing. Like he wrote, "This is the part number I got. I put two extra in the glove box."
No way.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, sweet." So I order more anyway because I'm like, I don't know if they're
Mm-hmm.
actually in the glove box.
Yeah.
Go up there. There were some in the glove box. I tried it out, replaced it. It didn't work.
Oh no.
So Saturday, I call up my buddy Rick, and I'm like, "Hey, can you like grab your truck and tow my truck home?" And he's like, sure. So we go there to get my truck, and he's like, oh, I had this happen once, and it was the fuel filter. I just changed it right in the parking lot. And I was like, it kind of sounds like the fuel filter. He's like, yeah. So we can't find the fuel filter anywhere. We're Googling, we're looking, we're under the truck searching everywhere. My wife is checking, she's reading the book. And I'm like, I don't think this has a fuel filter like that. And we finally come out, nope, it's in the gas tank with the fuel pump, which is what I thought needed replacing was a fuel pump. But you have to take out the entire gas tank to get to it. So I'm like, oh, this sucks. And so we get in, he tows me home, right? For the listeners, I live on a hill. So he like tows me up the hill. Then we hook it up to the Jeep. The Jeep kind of pulls me most of the way into the garage, and then shimmies back out, and we push it in. And I'm like, I read something that you can just like pound on the gas tank and like it'll like make it work again, like in a fix. And they're like, really? And they're like, but it has like a big protector on it. I'm like, yeah. I get underneath it with a big mallet and I just start racking on that damn thing. And they're like laughing at me, and I get out, the bitch starts right up.
Nice.
And he's like, and he had already said, he goes, if you could even just get it started, you could put sea foam in it. He goes, if you put sea foam in it, it'd clean up whatever your issue is. And I'm like, really? And so it starts right up. He's like, we need to get sea foam and put in there, because now it'll go through the system and clean it all out. I'm like, I go, I wish I had some. I think I used to have some. And he's like, it's right there on your workbench in front of you. Brand new can of seafoam. Right in the center of the workbench.
Well, that's usually where stuff is that you can't find.
I'm like, sweet. So I don't know why I had it. Don't know when I bought it. But it was literally right on top of the workbench. Poured it in. Drove it to work today. It's all good.
That's awesome.
Except Michigan is in the middle of a drought. And it's pouring rain this morning, right? So I didn't want to ride my bike. So I get in the truck, I back out, and I pull into school. And as I'm pulling into a parking spot, my like tire feels like it locks up. Like I hit something, it's like thunk, and it feels like the tire fell off, or like I ran over something like with a shopping cart, except it's a big ass truck, so probably not. And it like won't go. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong now? And so I like back it up. And then it pulls in just fine. And I'm like, what the hell? So I get all my stuff together. I get out and I walk around the other side and look. I'd left the toe strap on. Drove it the whole way to school with the toe strap underneath my car. Because, we were towing it from the front.
Yeah. So
it
knocked loose a few things.
It might have knocked a few things loose. And what happened was when I went to pull into my spot, I drove over the toe strap, and so my tires wouldn't move. And so it like skidded. So
good thing it didn't like bounce up and get wrapped around your drive shaft or something.
Right? Like there could have been so many bad things that happened. So,
crazy bad too.
Crazy bad. But apparently it was all good. It was all good.
Perfect. That's great.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a whole drama-filled story. So listeners, if your truck starts having a little trouble with its fuel pump and fuel filter, just bang the shit out of it with a hammer. I think hammers fix things way more times than they don't fix things.
Well, rubber mallet, maybe not a hammer, but yes.
This was a rubber mallet this time. You got to choose the correct hammer.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that for sure.
I've fixed a lot of things with hammers.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that was my story from the weekend. Silly truck. Teasing me. That's what it was doing. It was teasing me.
Yeah, just making sure that you're not getting too comfortable with it.
Yes. Well, and it was funny because we were just talking. I was literally just talking I'm like, I don't want another vehicle. I like my truck. Right? And you and I had a conversation about watches, and I'm like, I don't understand why people like fancy watches. And I was at a jewelry store this weekend. I was like, I don't understand why people like all these gold chains and stuff. I'm like, I think it's super weird. And somebody was like looking at a car, and they're like, isn't that car amazing? Like, it was a Jaguar. And I'm like, oh, my buddy used to always want a Jag. And they're like, yeah, don't you? And I'm like, no, I've like never had. I'm like, if I wanted a car, I'd want like a Delta 88 or a bigger truck. I'm like, maybe a Camaro. But, like, and you know that, like, my personality, like, I want something that's power, not something fancy, right? So I'm like, I'd take a truck over, heck, I'd take a tractor over like a Corvette, But
so the funny thing was after that. Oh, go ahead, finish.
No, I was just gonna say, but like we had another car die, and like I was like, okay, we're gonna have to get our daughter a car, and my wife was like, we have 7 cars for 5 drivers. We don't need to buy another car just because one car died. And that's when I realized it's not the kind of luxury car that I want. It's just the fact that I want lots and lots of cars.
Yeah. You like to have like just a garage full and everything.
I just like a garage full of cars. They don't have to be good cars. I just want a garage full of cars.
That's awesome. Yeah, we had that watch conversation, and I went to pull out one of my watches. I wanted to wear it.
Yeah.
And I saw something in my watch drawer. I have a drawer of watches. And it's funny, I got this really awesome pocket watch from a great friend for his wedding.
Nice. And you forgot all about it.
No, I didn't forget about it, but it made me chuckle when I saw the pocket watch that it came from you, and we were just having, like, why do I want to watch?
Pocket watches are totally different.
Okay.
Pocket watches are sentimental. They're sentimental.
Yes, it is. It is. Every now and then I do bust it out. I hook it to me, and I put it in my
have
pocket.
one from a wedding as well, not from you. And every once in a while I wear it with a suit, like have it with the chain, and it's sentimental. So there's definitely sentimental things.
Yes.
I just don't understand, for listeners to like bring it full circle, I don't understand people who buy like $1, $2, $3, $5, $10,000 watches. Like I don't understand that. And like people were like, well, it's like for like it's a status symbol. And I'm like, that's why I don't understand it, because I've never been into status symbols. Like that's not how my brain is wired. And so like I see it as wasteful is what I see. Like I see a $10,000 watch and I'm like, you could have done a lot more with that $10,000 than a watch that you don't even need, because there's clocks everywhere. Like I'm like, I don't even understand. So, and I was thinking about that. We were, for our wedding anniversary, we're getting a new band for our wedding. And one of my old athletes owns a custom jewelry store. So we were there, like...
Okay, that's why you were there.
That's why we were there. And so we were, like, checking it out and looking at stuff. And they're, like, talking to us about, like, what we wanted and diamonds and stuff like that. And, like... And, again, I'm, like, looking at all this stuff going, people are so weird. Like, the place was full the whole time. But they're like, okay, so what kind of diamonds do you want? And, my wife is, like, little... like super small. Like I almost don't want to be able to see them. I want them to add sparkle. I don't want them to detract from what we're trying to show off, which is the band. And they're like, oh, okay, so you don't want anything big? And she's like, no, like look at everything I'm wearing. I don't want like gaudy stuff. And they're like, okay. And then they're like, at the end, they're like, okay, do you want lab grown or real or blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, honestly, like I know why we have a real diamond in the engagement ring. I go, but I don't understand why people like normally buy real diamonds instead of lab grown. And she's like, seriously? And this is true. She goes, seriously, it makes no sense at all, does it? I'm like, not a damn lick of sense. I go, it doesn't make any sense. I go, the lab grown is literally the same stuff and looks better. It has no mistakes in it because it's you made it. And she's like, right? And I go, we got ours specifically when we bought a real one. It was specifically for the imperfections. Like we looked at hundreds of diamonds to find the one that had the imperfections we wanted. And that's why we got that one. It had nothing to do with it being like good. But we're like, if we're putting diamonds on for sparkle, we want diamonds that sparkle. We don't want them to have imperfections. What we want. So
yeah, exactly.
But again, people are weird. I saw a girl today. I call them girls. I'm getting old. But like just a huge diamond on her finger. And I'm like that's not even comfortable, is it? Like you're wearing this big thing. It's got to catch on everything. I'm like, I don't even understand.
Well, it could have been lab grown. You don't know.
No. I'm saying in general. Why would you have a big, huge thing
Yeah,
sticking
like that
out?
big. Yes, that makes
I'm
sense.
like that doesn't like it doesn't make sense to me. Like it's gonna get caught. Like every time you put your hands through your hair, like I'm like it's gonna get
Mm-hmm.
caught. I'm like, I don't, I don't understand. But people are like, oh no, it's so pretty. I'm like, is it? Like I go, I would really like jewelry. I told this to my wife. I go, I think these are all super pretty. And she's like, yeah. She goes, but you would never ever wear one. I'm like, no, I think they'd be really pretty on a shelf. Like, like I think they'd be
Yeah.
really nice to
Yeah.
look at, right? I go, but I don't think I would get it to wear. I think I would get it for its artisticness,
Mm-hmm.
just like I would get a mini for its artisticness, right? Like,
Mm-hmm. They're fun to drive. They're super fun to
no,
drive.
I was not talking about that, but yes, yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
not that many?
Not that many. I feel like I've been very judgy today. I'm sorry, people. I don't mean to be
Oh,
judgy,
have you? Yeah.
but I just find it weird. Like I'm like I don't understand things like that. So
Did someone pee in your
I think
cornflakes?
it's just how like I think it was how we were raised, right? We were raised
Yeah.
in middle America on farms, and so we don't see grasping at that as like something big, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Although I always liked the four-door Jag that had the power, but
Yes.
was like a very conservative looking vehicle.
Yes.
That's what always my favorite
If it
was.
didn't have the Jag on the front, you almost couldn't tell it was a Jag.
Hmm. I mean, it was like a slightly better Impala or Caprice.
Right.
Was
Right.
always because I loved my Caprice. I had that forever, and that motor was awesome in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I never had an Impala. They were too expensive for me at that stage.
Couldn't use your college loan for an Impala.
And now I've been
That'd
sweet.
have been so
But
sweet. But it
I
is
like the
funny.
Jeep. The Jeep I drive, I do drive slowly because I'm always trying to maximize my gas mileage.
That is
My
fantastic.
electric.
I forgot you had the electric. Is it super sweet? Have you been enjoying it?
It has been. So I just ordered a stage 2 charger today.
Mm-hmm.
So my stage 1 takes like 12 hours for it to charge,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine because I have the morning shift and I usually don't leave again. If I do, I might just do a little bit of running around.
Yeah.
But the stage 2 charger will charge it in like 2 to 3 hours. Now I only get like 20 some miles. So, but today I made it all the way to the boys' school before I ran out of electricity, which I was pretty excited about.
I think that's pretty amazing, honestly. Oh,
Hmm.
speaking about electricity, we decided to pay off our solar panels. So,
Did you?
yeah.
Awesome.
Which is fun because I think that pretty much removes all debt except for real estate debt. We
Nice.
technically have a loan on the truck, but we did the loan to help the people out who gave us the loan. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
that. You know that. I've done that before. Like, I'm like, you don't want X grand. What you want is stable income every month. And so
Yeah.
I'll give you stable income every month. And I'm like, but if
Hmm.
you want it, I'll just give it to you. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but so that one we have. But yeah, that is our other. That other one was the last kind of debt, and it was we had kept it, but we went to open a CD. We had a CD expire. I had done a 6 month one, and I was like, okay, let's look at rates, and rates were 3.75, and the loan on that was like 4.9, and I was like, you want to just pay that off? Like it's the same as the CD, same amount.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we were like, yeah, let's just pay it off. And so we just took the CD. Pain in the butt, though. Like the company did not want me to pay it off. It was a huge pain. So
Yeah. They want that interest.
they do. But I got it all paid off. It was a fight.
Hmm.
But it's, did it today.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I had to talk with one of their managers. So, and he apologized and was like, well, maybe we can do stuff. I'm like, nope. I go, what I did is I just did it however I wanted to do it. And I go, and so he's like, well, yeah, you can do it that way. I go, yeah, I know. Because they did things like, oh, you can't like deposit more than $2,000 at a time. And you can't do this. And you've got to do this. I'm like, listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set an auto deposit, like reoccurring every single day, plus transfers from mine in every day until it's gone. And they're like, well, yeah, I guess you could do that. I'm like, yeah, you can't stop me. So I am
Hmm.
until it all of
Yeah.
a sudden is gone. and then you're gonna owe me money back. So I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't f with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're like, oh,
Don't you
sorry.
know who I am?
I know. They're like, you got to come into a branch to like pay this off, or mail us a check. And I'm like, or I just pay it online with your online payment. And they're like, no, you can't do that because it figures it out by the day, your interest. I'm like, how can I mail you a check? Like I go, how long do you think it's going to take?
Well, that means they can send you another bill because you missed the 4 days.
Like, you guys are like just dumb. I'm like, you're just dumb. And they're like,
oh, speaking of snail mail,
yeah,
I had to get some new stamps. This is just fun for people who made it this late in the episode.
Thank you, people.
Yeah.
Oh, SpongeBob.
They're like, we have SpongeBob and we have Jimmy Carter. I was like, SpongeBob sounds good.
Oh my, way better. It's so sad. Jim, he must be so sad. People are choosing between me and SpongeBob. Like we're at the same level. Poor Jimmy.
I'm like, do you have any D&D ones still left? Like those are my favorite by far. The D&D ones were all.
I never saw them. Were they pretty cool?
They're super. It was each one was completely different. There's a Tiamat. There was a Mind Flayer. Like there was everything. It was awesome.
That's fun. Well, I think we have probably rambled enough. Yeah, listeners.
Sounds good. I think we had fun. I think it was a great episode.
I mean, I thought it was a great episode. I had a good time talking about corsets and my truck and your games, which I noticed you didn't invite me to play, so that's cool. But you know, whatever.
Yeah. You'd have to make a once a month commitment. That's the tough part.
Yeah, that's not bad. Once a month, seeing you, that'd be cool. I'd see you once a month.
That Dante's looks amazing. I'm excited.
Speaking of seeing you once a month, like, have you ever had solars like bid out for your property? Now is not the right time for your property, but have you ever had them bid out?
I tried to. I tried to when I think we might have had 2 miners at the time.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get me to give them all this information. I'm like, listen, like you don't need to tell me like how much I'm going to save. I want these.
Yeah.
I imagine they're going to be between $50,000 and $100,000. Like, let me know what I can get.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, okay, I'll call you back. And never called me back. So I was like, whatever.
That's so dumb. So dumb.
And that was like the best one, in the area. So it just wasn't meant to be.
Nope,
it would have been cool, I think.
I think it would be like we don't have, like, you know, that we don't have an electric bill really. So
yeah,
it's kind of nice.
I mean, I've almost circled back around to just building on our property, and like I think we would do, like, especially, well, I guess it would depend on where the trees are and where the sun's coming in, but it would be something that I would highly consider.
You get a lot of light out there.
We do.
More than I do.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So
that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We've been talking about it a little bit more.
Okay. Well, people, we're going to call it a night. Thank you for sticking with us. Hopefully you had a good time. If you have stories for us about your car breaking down or corsets or solar panels or whatever, shoot us a comment, give us a subscribe, give us a like, all the jazz that people always say. But we think you're amazing. Yep. And this is Ballbuster signing off.
Kill the Dragon, Jerry. Love you all.